Unfortunately, there's not as much in the way of weird news this week, but there is definitely anime news. So let's dig in and start talking about them. And I just realized I need to pop things around a little bit so I can actually do that. There we go. Let us begin with just some regular old anime news. The Quintessential Quintuplets movie, the sequel anime film, has been doing rather well. It made, in its first 3 days after opening May 20th, it made just over $3 million US.
Damn.
Absolutely. And it has now made about $14.8 million as of July 20th. So that's, about a week ago, a little over a week ago. And it's doing so well. It is screening in 91 additional theaters. So they're actually expanding the run, which is pretty rare for anime film releases. So good
in
for
Japan
them.
only.
Well, I mean, it's only showing in Japan.
Damn. Come on, can't one of the 91 be my local theater?
Not
Please.
exactly how that works.
Everywhere in some obscure place in the middle of America. Yay!
I mean, if you want it brought over raw,
I'd still watch it because we know I would still get something from it. Be like, apparently they're all aliens. You couldn't be more wrong. Oh, sorry.
They're also adding those who come to the new screenings will get a mini colored paper featuring new illustrations and cast messages. So adding a little new handout, which is pretty darn cool. So John is booking a flight to Japan now.
Apparently.
Exactly.
Well, I can't afford the flight, so I'm taking the bus.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys in like 10 years.
That's an interesting one. Yeah, that'll be a fun one. Meanwhile, the Deer King, Shika no o Yunoto Yakusoku no Tabi, which is an anime film of a medical fantasy novel series by a former Ghibli staffer, earned $286,000 in the US. It opened making $49K in its opening weekend. It's earned a total of just over $1 million worldwide so far. G-Kids screened it at a fan preview event July 13th and English dub July 14th. Then there was a limited release July 15th. So if you're interested, you might want to check that out. Masashi Ando is the director who worked on Your Mark, Only Yesterday, Ocean Waves, Spirited Away, a bunch of other stuff, and also like Paranoid Agent and Paprika,
wow.
Your Name. So a lot of cool stuff there.
Okay.
So if you're interested, that might be a thing worth checking out at some point. Let's see here. What else? This is kind of a fun one before we get into some anime announcements. Let me actually see if I can do the thing. Boom. There we go. At Comic-Con International in San Diego, Hidetaka Tenjin, a Macross illustrator, was awarded the Inkpot Award, which is an award to notable illustrators working in the industry. And so there was early copies of a Tenjin art book, Artistry of Macross, from Flashback 2012 to Macross Frontier. They were kind of handing out like candy, apparently. And so that kind of got them running, and he got the Inkpot Award. So good for him. As you can see, he's pretty good.
Yeah. Dang, yeah.
Pretty awesome. He's done illustrations for Macross Zero, Aquarion, Noin, Hellsing Ultimate. He drafted some stuff for Gundam and Yamato. And he began his career with a fan drawing of a VF-1 Valkyrie back when he was in college, and that kind of got some attention and kind of pulled him into the industry. Pretty cool.
Say he's understanding the equipment because holy crap, that's looking good. I would like the 1/60th model of that for Arcadia now, please.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's also do a quick license check. So it's Otakon week, weekend. So we got some license announcements. Discotech has licensed kind of everything. No, but they had quite a licensing run. they've licensed the original Urusei Yatsura anime, the one that ran from 1981 to 1986.
Holy.
So they're going to release 4 box sets to include all 195 episodes of original Urusei Yatsura. The English subtitles will be based on the Animego release, which was a release that began on VHS. Even an idea of how far that went. Exactly. And to that point, it'll just have the Japanese dub. There'll be no English dub on it. But they'll be reworking that one. They're also licensing City Hunter, the films and specials. Machine Robo, they're running Battle Hackers, Symphogear XV or 15, I'm not sure. The Princess of Pilot, which I've heard really good things about, and the Tales of Symphonia OVAs. So all of those are new licenses coming up.
I'm trying to figure out did I see Tales of Symphonia something or other?
I cannot answer that question.
I'm probably thinking Symphogear mixed with Sound Euphonium.
Yeah.
Like, hey, there we go. That's what I've seen. No, I haven't seen that. I'm just making this up as I
go. So all of those are coming. Thank you, Discotech, for bringing more stuff out.
Well, I know Beautiful Dreamer is on Crunchyroll now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I mean, it was like weird to see that they're getting more Urusei Yatsura on Crunchyroll. I was just like, wow, okay. I mean, that's super. That's an opportunity to see some more of it and like understand more.
Definitely, absolutely. Also got news that Anime Matsuri, which is a anime con in Houston, announced that they've licensed 2 of the Young Animator Training Project short films. Genba Nojo and Chuck Shimetsu. So they're both half-hour shorts. Again, they're part of the originally Anime Mirai. Now it's Anime something else. They've renamed it since. So yes, those are coming out. What made it a little more unusual is that they announced that the dubs are coming out, and that ADR directing and voice acting was handled by Vic Mignogna.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So there was some kind of chatter about that online, as you might expect.
I would expect that, yes.
And the 2 female voice actors tweeted saying basically, we don't always know who we're working with when we go into these projects. So interesting thing.
So after all this time, there are still issues.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Interesting.
And John and Chat, yes, this was the project to kind of train new young animators by giving them money to make a half-hour short, kind of wherever they wanted to kind of experiment. That was where Little Witch Academia came out of.
Yeah.
A bunch of other things were made out of that. Cool stuff. So those may be coming, and there may be controversy behind those, as you might imagine. But personally, I love talking about new anime announcements. Let's talk about those. Let's begin with the announcement of the license or the new anime from saving 80,000 gold in another world for my retirement. The light novel series getting an anime coming in January 2023, so half a year away. Woman falls off a cliff and is transported to a fantasy world, and then realizes she's able to actually bounce between them. So she can transport back to Earth and then back to the world, and realizes that if she does this, she can build up gold in the fantasy world and then cash that out in the real world because of how expensive gold is.
Wow. We were just talking about that premise too, about like anime where they bounce back and forth between worlds doing things. And okay, cool.
Yeah.
A way to crash the Earth's economy, but that's fine.
I'm excited because it is by the same author of Didn't I Say to Make My Abilities Average in the Next Life?
Okay.
I really enjoyed the anime of that.
Yeah, I did too. That's good. It's very cool.
So here's hoping. There's a manga adaptation out in Japan. I don't believe it has been licensed anywhere yet. Oh, I'm sorry, Soul Press has licensed the novels, so you can possibly check out those novels at some point. I think that those are for abilities average, not 80,000 gold though.
Okay.
So, FYI. Oh, actually, wait. I say that. I take that back. Nope, Kodansha is publishing it in the US. So
nice.
you can grab those novels.
Sweet.
As well as the manga adaptation, apparently. So, looking forward to that. Also, getting an anime adaptation out of Sasaki and Peeps. I love that title. Basically, a bored salaryman visits a pet shop and decides to adopt a bird. And then when he brings it home, he is promptly told by his roommate that he is a sage from another world who bestows Sasaki with new powers and the ability to cross between worlds. And so hilarity ensues, basically, as various folks are brought in with the bored salaryman and do all that. To quote Yen
I'll
Press,
watch it.
Yeah. All Sasaki wants to do is use these newfound powers to live in peace and comfort, but there are more than a few colorful characters who might get in the way of that.
Including the Demon Lord. What?
The Demon Lord, exactly. And lots of cute girls. Because of
Yay! I mean,
exactly.
Very interesting. Highly intellectual.
Yeah. Clearly, very highly intellectual show.
Highly intellectual.
Also getting a season 2 of The Detective Is Already Dead.
So, yeah, I'm really surprised by this one.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. I liked it. But I mean, the title tells you exactly what kind of happens, and it just kind of goes weird from there. And I really liked her character when she wasn't dead. You know? So I'm curious to see where this is going to go.
So yeah, apparently it's gonna. They're building this into a franchise. Like there's some steam behind it. Who knows? Who knows? That's it.
Done. That's done.
Yeah, that was pretty much all of the news for this week. Obviously, more will be coming out of Otakon. I skimmed the stuff out there, but there wasn't much of huge note. There wasn't a huge, honestly, industry presence at Otakon. So there weren't a lot of announcements.
Yeah,
as it turned out.
Yeah, what was it? Funimation wasn't there.
Yeah, Crunchyroll wasn't there.
Crunchyroll wasn't there.
We had High Dive.
High
Dive was there.
High Dive and Azuki.
Yeah,
I mean, really. That was the only people who you could get subscriptions from. So it's like,
pretty much. So kind of odd. So
yeah,
that's all the news for this week. See you all next week.